Okay, I'm gonna cut the crap for just a quick minute, because I have a talk. I thought that maybe I would just kind of say this, like, just this kind of goes to, not just you, but to me as well. That, I think whenever we feel lonely, whenever, like, we feel that sense of, like, longing for companionship or connection, or just whenever we feel lonely as fuck in general, that we need to remind ourselves, again, this goes for both you and me, that we need to try and remind ourselves that it's okay to be by ourselves, and I know that it's tough to to remind ourselves of that, being how we sort of live in a society now where, like, where, like, TV and, like, social media painted as if you gotta spend, like the summer, with your friends and your girlfriends and your boyfriends or whatever. But in reality, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, I mean, like I said, it's, we just need to remind ourselves that it's okay to be by ourselves, it's okay to go to the movies by yourself, it's like, it's okay to go to the beach by yourself. It's okay to go out and basically, just spend the night out by yourself, It's okay to stay up late and look up at the stars by yourself. It's okay to basically just do all of these things that you would do with people, but to do them by yourself. It's all right. It's okay to do stuff like that on your own. And and I think that, I mean, yeah, it is tough to, to remind ourselves of that. I know that I definitely, struggle to remind myself that, that, hey, it's okay to spend a sort of a cloudy, humid summer night by yourself making something like this when everybody that's in the neighborhood is outside with their friends or their significant others just doing stuff, it's funny, that kind of got me thinking. There was a YouTube video by this YouTuber named Jack Piggott. He's done all kinds of stuff on YouTube. And he made this video a while back, basically about how at the end of it all, we're still here. But at some point in the video, he mentioned something that I'll never forget, where he said, "You are going to be very lonely on this journey, but it's expected, because it means you're built for something more," and other kinds of, like, self-improvement stuff. And I think we sort of live in a society where, I think, not just, like, it kind of goes both ways for both men, women, and people in between, that we sort of live in a society now where it's like, it's sort of painted as, like, that being lonely is not normal, and that it's not good, and that it's a sign of weakness, that if you were to ask for help. But at the same time, loneliness is a part of the whole human experience, as Josh Kiska like as that sounds. It's true. Because at the end of the day, loneliness is a feeling, just like happiness is a feeling, just like how anger is a feeling, just like how confusion is a feeling, just like how boredom is a feeling. At the end of the day, it's all just a feeling, it all ties together to make up all these, like, feelings that make you and me human. And I just kind of got thinking of this. Literally, I was actually just feeling kind of down in the dumps, because I seen like this, it was some kind of fan art of some shit that I could actually probably put in the description or somewhere if you guys want to see it. It'd be a tad weird, but you know, I mean, what do you expect from a weird shithead like me? Uh, but when I saw it, it kind of got me thinking, that man, I've never really been that close with people, and and so like, to anybody who feels that they lack that sense, or more so like I guess to anybody who feels like they lack that kind of intimacy and connection with people, you're not the only one. As corny as that sounds, I mean, shit, even I find that hard to believe for most of the time. But it's true, you could be sitting on your couch or wherever the fuck you are right now, thinking to yourself, man, I wish I had someone to just be around, to hold on to me or to just hear me out or whatever. And I could guarantee you that somewhere else in the world, someone is probably thinking the exact same thing. And I know this is sort of different from what I'd usually upload on any kind of social media platform that I have or that I have an account under. But I'm just kind of tired of getting these episodes where I feel down in the dumps and not really knowing what to do. And so when I went on this walk, at least I think I told you guys about the walk, I don't know, but I went on a walk literally like a few minutes ago. What was I gonna say? And I just kind of got thinking that, that I need something to remind myself, that it's okay to do all these things by yourself, that it's okay for people like, you and me to do all of the shit that people would do with their friends and loved ones or partners or whatever, but to do that by ourselves. That it's okay to go to the beach by yourself. It's okay to to go to to go somewhere on Valentine's Day and buy like a shit ton of chocolates. I mean, personally, that's actually on my bucket list, is to just go to any kind of candy store on Valentine's Day and just wipe out like all the shelves of just all the chocolate and candy, and then go up to like the checkout and the cashier just going, "Wow, you really must love your partner." And I'm just like, what are you talking about? All this shit's for me. All this chocolate and candy is for me. Yeah, having a sweet tooth can be a bit of a bitch. Yeah, I think I'm out of things to say now. But I just wanted to kind of get this out here, so that if people see it or don't, that I just want this video to serve as a reminder to you and to me that it's okay to do things by ourselves. That it's okay to go to the beach by ourselves. It's okay to go to the movies by ourselves. It's okay to it's okay to spend the night out by ourselves. It's okay to basically live our lives by ourselves. Now, of course, when I say to do things by ourselves, I don't mean to fight out all your inner demons by yourselves. No. Though, when it comes to that, I would recommend bringing people in on that. Or at least trying to reach out to people. Because I know that I've done it, and it worked for the most part. But that when it comes to just doing like your most basic shit that you do with normal people, like going out to the mall, or going to the movies, or just doing all this kind of stuff, it's okay to do that by yourself, because some of us, I've always struggled with this throughout my life, that a lot of things that came easy to other people, like making friends and forming relationships, has never really come easy to me. You know, so I've always struggled with that for as long as I can remember. And so, you know, when the Simon and Garfunkel, the song The Sounds of Silence, where it says, "Hello darkness, my only friend," you know, it kind of holds true to a lot of people like you and me. Anyways, I'm probably going to end it here because this video is almost getting up to 11 minutes. And, yeah, just want to leave this video here as kind of like to serve as a reminder to both you and me that whenever we get lonely, we need to try and remind ourselves that it's okay to be by ourselves. And yeah. And I came in here acting all goofy and shit. How am I gonna end this? I got it. Right back. Oh god, what was I thinking of? I literally thought of this last night. It was something funny as hell. I got it. I remember it now. So, like I said, just as a reminder that it's okay to be by ourselves, and that, segregate to masturbate.